What's up, YouTube? I am Des Nicole, and I'm back at it again with another video. Today's video is like I guess, get ready with me / story time. And as you can see by the title of this video, it's a story about how I witnessed someone get murdered, sorta, kinda. But yeah, stay tuned. Okay, so I have to hurry up with this video because my son is gonna whip my ass. So this story takes place in 2013, summer right after high school. I was going through a breakup. I had just found out that I got cheated on, and I was at my friend's house. We're gonna call her Amy. I don't know. That's just the name that came to my head. But I was at my friend Amy's house, and I had found out I got cheated on. So it just so happened, like, every time that, because I got cheated on a lot back then by this particular person. So dumb and naive. But every time that I found out I was being cheated on or something, I always just so happened to be at her house. And I do the same thing, like sit there, vent to her, be sad about it, and end up like falling right back into his traps. So this particular time, Amy was like, no. She said, you not about to do this. You not about to do this again. We about to go out. You not about to be in his house sad and end up back with him. Like, not this time, sis. Basically. So she said, like, she was gonna find something for us to do. We was gonna go out. We was gonna have fun. And I remember this day because I remember me and her taking a bunch of pictures on Instagram, like basically saying that we were about to go out. I'm just trying to make the nigga mad. But yeah, so she ended up calling up some of her friends. I didn't know the girls who she was calling. These was just her friends or whatever. And she basically put something together for us to do. Her friends were she said her friends were having a party that night or something. So they was gonna come pick us up. They came and got us probably around 9 o'clock. And we end up pulling up at like this warehouse type of, like, I don't know what it was. It was a property, I guess it was owned by her friend's father. So yeah, we end up pulling up at like a warehouse type of thing. They was having a party inside, and we get inside the party. I was confused because, like, I originally thought that we were probably gonna end up like at a club or something. I didn't expect us to end up like at that particular place. And when we got inside, it didn't seem like, I thought we were like going to like a party, but when we got inside, it looked like somebody's family member's birthday party or like a baby shower or something. It just was like, let me put something on my lips. It just was like it seemed like it was all family there. So that was real awkward. I mean, I didn't really care because I didn't get out that much anyways, so it really didn't matter to me. But I just thought that we were, actually about to go out and have fun, like to a club or something, because I don't go to those. So yeah, I was real confused when we got there. We were there for probably about 20 minutes before Amy's friends was like, let's go, like, let's, I guess, take this party to the house or whatever, because it was real boring. Like, it seemed like a 90-year-old's birthday party or something. But so we end up leaving 2 cars deep, and we pull up to the opposite. Okay, so we went to the opposite side of town. If you're from Detroit, we were in like Oak Park, I say. Yeah, it was Oak Park because it was like right next to my old house. So yeah, we went to Oak Park and we pulled up at one of the girls' house, and we it was just like chill. Like, we was in the house, loud music, we had drinks and whatever. It was just us girls. And I remember being on Keek. If you don't remember Keek, that was like a app that people used to use back before like Vine and before Instagram had video. But I remember being on Keek with one of the girls. It was lame as hell, like for real. Like, we was really in there like lame, but like I was trying to make him mad, so I remember like grabbing one of the girls and we turned up the music real loud, and like we was just acting like we was having a time of our life, faking like a motherfucker. It was really boring, but anyways, so yeah, we was all just chilling or whatever. So my friend Amy, she ended up saying that she was about to call some guys or whatever. Of course, the guys wasn't coming in. They was supposed to be pulling up outside and whatever. So nobody really had a problem with that. Like, do you? But they pull up or whatever, and as soon as they pull up, they like want her to go back with them to wherever they just coming from. And that just put me in like an awkward situation because I just met everybody in this house that I'm in like 2.3 seconds ago. So of course I would have had to leave with you, even though I didn't want to. I don't know these dudes, but I would have had to leave with you and go to wherever y'all about to go because I can't stay here. Like, me and you came here together, so of course we gotta leave together. I'm not about to stay here and be stranded in a house with a whole bunch of girls that I wasn't too familiar with. So she put me in an awkward situation. She was asking me did I want to go with her, and I'm looking like, duh, like duh, like that it was just a dumb question. I can't stay here. I don't know these girls. But yeah, so her friends ended up catching an attitude. Like, they were kind of mad because you came here to chill with us. Like, soon as you get here, you leave with some niggas. Like, I was mad myself because I didn't want to leave. Like, it was a chill night. I was actually enjoying myself, just like around them. I my camera cut off, but yeah, I actually was enjoying myself. Like, I liked the vibe, just being around just us girls. Like, I didn't think that night needed to involve like niggas at all. Like, that, that like irritated me a lot. But we ended up getting in the car with these dudes. I'm gonna name the one that my friend Amy was talking to. His name is gonna be Michael, and his friend, cause when the dude pulled up, he pulled up with a friend, and his friend was weird as hell. But I'm gonna name him Tim. I don't know, but yeah. So he pulled up with him and his friend Tim, and me and Amy get in the car. And like, off bat, I didn't like the vibe. Like, I was irritated as soon as, before I even closed the door, I was irritated. Me and her we were both in the back, and him and his friend was in the front. And the boy Tim just like kept trying to talk to me. I'm looking like, dude, I'm not here for that. Like, I'm here to make sure she's straight, so she don't have to go by herself. And like, I'm basically being forced to go. If it was up to me, I would have curved both y'all ass. But yeah, we got in the car and the dude just kept trying to talk to me. And I remember, because I remember like being so irritated. I remember just looking at her and just giving her a look like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, he that irritated thing met, like, I can't even explain how irritated I was in that instance. Like, and I was so mad at her because I'm like, these dudes, like, they just looked so whack and corny and lame. Like, why are we here? But we end up pulling up at some house on 7 Mile. Mind you, we was on the west side. So we pull up at some house on the west side, and I already, like, I got even more irritated because the house looked like a freaking bando, like a abandoned house. We didn't pull up like to go inside, because if we would have had to get out the car and actually go inside the house, I would have walked my ass home. And mind you, I lived on Finkel at that time, so I would have got out and walked home. Like, I wouldn't have cared, like, period. But the dude who was driving, Michael, he get out and he go inside the house. Mind you, when they first pulled up at Amy's friend house to pick us up, Michael said that the car that he was driving was his car. It don't really matter to me, but like, he just kept making it a big deal, like the car that he was driving was his car. But anyways, the dude go inside the house, leaving his friend, what did I name his friend? Tim. Leaving Tim still in the car with us. And I remember, before I start like getting to the rest of the story, but when we were outside of the house, I remember when we pulled up, it was some dude on the porch, and he said like this group name. And around that time, this group like was on the news every other day. Like, they was a gang. They just was like trouble. Like, and I'm just looking like, this the type of dudes that we sitting here with. Like, I got extra irritated because like, I don't affiliate myself with those type of people. I'm getting twisted up in my words. I don't affiliate myself with those type of people, period. So I was, man, I can't even explain it. I'm just thinking back to it and getting mad while I'm telling this story, because like, I can't explain how irritated I was. But he goes inside the house, and as soon as he get out the car, Tim jumps in the driver's seat through, you know, he don't get out the car and go around. He just jumps over out of his seat into the driver's seat, and he pulled off. And I'm looking like, my heart dropped to my stomach. My heart dropped because, excuse me, sir, like, excuse me, what are you doing? I got so scared and irritated because I'm looking like, why are you pulling off? Like, where are you going at this point? Where are you trying to take us? So he's like, oh no, I don't know why he just, these was his exact words. I don't know why that nigga just told y'all this was his car. This my car. And I'm looking like, okay, like, what did that have to do with anything? Like, if anything, drop us back off home. So he agreed to drop us back off. But he started speeding. And if you know me, you know that I have a huge car phobia. Like, I don't play around with people speeding. I don't like when nobody speed. Like, do not play with my safety, period. Don't speed with me in a car. Like, I don't care if you don't care about your life. Have a little bit sympathy for mine. Like, I got a whole child to live for. I'm not trying to be caught up out here like in some type of car accident because people want to act stupid and speed. Like, what? No, slow down. I remember literally snapping on him, like, slow the fuck down. Like, stop playing with me. And he slowed down because I wasn't about to play with I was irritated that night. Like I kept getting smart with everybody and like snapping on everybody because I was just so irritated. But he slowed down, and I remember somebody blowing his phone up. So he answered his phone, and the person that was on the phone was the dude who was back at the house. So I don't know what he was saying to him on the phone, but he was like, "Nah, bro, I'm right around the corner." And I'm looking like, first off, you on your way to drop us back off home? Like, stop playing. Like, you said you was about to drop us off, so drop us off. I was basically looking like, do not turn around and go back, because you just said you was about to drop us off, and I'm ready to go at this point. I wasn't with it that night. But I guess the dude was like cussing him out on the phone or whatever for pulling off with the car. And he was like, "Bro, I'm tripping." And when he said that, I'm looking like, cause when he said that, my first thoughts was like, he on some bullshit. Like, what is his real intentions? Like, I thought that he was trying to like kidnap us or something when he said that. So like, I just got scared. Like, what do you mean you tripping? Like, stop playing with my life. Like, I was so scared. Mind you, my friend Amy, she just acting like everything is all good, like everything is all normal. Like I'm panicking at this point. Like I'm legit scared, but she wasn't. But anyways, the dude on the phone ended up convincing Tim to turn around and go back to the house. So once he pulled up back to the house, everybody that was inside the house was now outside of the house. Listen, I'm trying to tell this story, but I'm messing up because like I'm just thinking about like the way I was feeling back then, and like it wasn't a good feeling. Like I was so irritated and scared, like but it was about like 15 dudes outside of that house when we pulled back up. And he pulled up, he stopped the car right back in front of the house where we was parked at in the first place, and he get out the car. So they start like arguing, not arguing because it wasn't that many words exchanged, but you could tell like everybody that was outside of the house was like real hostile with him or whatever. And I got even more scared because I knew that a fight was about to happen, and I'm never the type to like sit around and watch a fight, especially a dude fight. Like when niggas fight, that's like a whole different fight. Like they bound to pull out a gun, start shooting, all type of stuff. Like, so if I wasn't irritated before, I was extra irritated because at this point I'm scared for I'm scared for my safety. I don't know what these dudes on. People keep calling me while I'm trying to make this video, but where did I leave off at? Oh, well, they was on the news like every other day, and I just wasn't trying to get caught up in like nothing. Like I know they bound to do anything. They bound to shoot this dude right in front of us, and I don't know. Like I was just scared and paranoid. But yeah. So hold on, I'm trying to get my contouring thing. But yeah. So I was scared at that point because I just knew something was about to happen. And basically, some dude, because the side that I was sitting on like the side right behind the driver's seat. So I saw everything up close, and I saw this dude, this short looking dude. He had like a bottle in his hand, and it was a bottle of liquor. It was like I think it was probably like Patron or either 1800. I know it was a thick bottle. And out of the blue, like, out of the words being exchanged, he just came out of nowhere and hit the dude, or at least tried to hit the dude with a bottle. And all you heard was the glass break. And after the glass broke, all the dudes like started jumping him. And he was like on the hood of the car getting jumped. So the fight didn't last that long. The fight probably lasted about 1 minute. Like it was a quick fight. And it ended so early because in the midst of them fighting, dude realized he didn't hit the boy with a bottle. He actually hit his own friend with a bottle. And it was blood everywhere. The dude had like a big chunk of his neck, like a big chunk of his neck was taken out. Like his neck was like literally open. Oh my God. Just thinking about it. His neck was literally open. And basically, let's see, I wanted to do some type of eyeshadow look. But basically they stopped the fight so they can try to, you know, rush him to the hospital because his neck was open. Like, that shit was so disgusting. Let me try to brush this off my face first. But dude, okay, so at that point everybody started trying to like rush to the car that we was in. Like, I was so irritated. Like, I'm just looking like this is not fucking happening right now. Like, y'all not about to, no, I'm not about to be in a car bunched out with all these niggas and one of them about to die. Like, is you serious? And my friend goofy ass like just still in there. Like, soon as, because the dude who neck was open tried to get, like, he got in the car and he was like literally right next to me. I hopped right out the car and I'm sitting up there and I'm begging my friend to get out. Like, get out the car. What are you doing? Like, we go find a way home. Like, this is not worth it. Like, seriously. But she wasn't trying to get out the car. Like, she was looking at me like I was crazy. And mind you, this dude's neck is leaking while everybody in the car is trying to beg me to get back in the car. But I'm looking like, no, I'm not about to do it. I'm not about to do it. Like, I was literally crying tears. Like, I'm not like, I couldn't understand like why my friend wasn't like riding with me on the sense of like, I get out, right? Like, I'm telling you to get out the car, get out the car. Like, I was so irritated. But she stayed in the car, and comes to find out the car wasn't it wasn't a dude that got beat up car. That's why he got beat up. And it wasn't Michael's car either. It was actually a dude that was already inside of the house car. And he was basically trying to convince me to get back in the car. And he was being real polite about it. Like, he wasn't being rude or nothing, even though his friend was like damn near dying. But he was like just begging me to get back in the car and telling me that he go take me home, like, as soon as they get him to the hospital, just please get back in the car. And at that point, my friend wasn't getting out of the car. That's too light. But at that point, my friend wasn't getting out of the car, so I basically didn't have no choice but to get back in the car, because I would have been mad if they would have left me on this block with all these abandoned houses at 3 o'clock in the morning by myself. Like, so I end up back in the car, and at this point, like, we speeding down what was that street? We was speeding down Outer Drive. And I was scared because, like I said, I have a huge car phobia. I'm just doing anything to my eyes. I just want some type of eyeshadow look, but I'm being lazy with it. So, but anyways, we was speeding down Outer Drive, and the dude who, okay, so the person I was driving was Michael again, and the dude who actually, owned the car. I'm gonna give him a name. His name is gonna be, what am I gonna call him? Jay. I don't care. But his Jay was hanging out the back. Like, his friends didn't even notice that he wasn't even all the way in the car yet. So he's screaming like to the top of his lungs, cause like I guess the trunk wasn't all the way closed or something. He was trying to close the trunk, but they was like literally doing 100, trying to get their friend to the hospital. But he like trying to yell at them and tell them like slow down so he can close the trunk. Like, they ain't about to have to take him to the hospital next. But they end up getting the trunk closed. And I was praying the whole time. Like, I was scared because like they was running through all type of lights. Like, I just knew the next light. I mean, I just knew the next stop sign that we blew through, a car was about to be coming at the same time, and like we were about to get into an accident. Like, I just knew that, and that's why I the whole night I was praying that God got me out of this situation, because I wasn't, you know how you just know that something is wrong. And that's another reason why I don't go out, like, still to this day. Like, I just always be having them feelings like something not right, something go wrong. And I had that feeling that night. Like, I knew that I should have never left. Like, I should have never been with her, period. Because I knew something was gonna go wrong, because my gut was telling me. And I didn't listen. I went anyways. But I was just praying the whole freaking time. I was even praying for the dude whose neck was open, because I didn't want him to like die in the car. Like, that was a scary feeling. So the dude, I remember him looking at his friend like while he's bleeding, because he's bleeding out. And he told his friend, I'm getting lightheaded. Like, basically saying like he feel his life being lifted away from him. But his friend was like just trying to assure him like, we almost there, just hold on or whatever. Mind you, this the friend that actually hit him with the bottle. But we end up getting to the hospital, and they get out the car. Like, a couple of them got out the car because the car was full, which is why the boy was hanging out the back, because he can barely fit in. But the car was full, so all of them end up getting out the car, leaving just me, Amy, Michael, and Jay. So at this point, like, I'm looking like, okay, you just told me you was about to take me home. When I mean by take me home, I didn't mean by like take me to like my actual house, because I know if I would have went home that night, I would have gotten in trouble. I meant like take us back to either where we wasn't going back to the friend's house, because I think the friends were mad that we even left. So we were supposed to be going back to Amy's house and whatever. So before he wanted to take us home, he ended up pulling up at like a 24-hour car wash, like trying to get the blood out his seats. It was so much blood, like that shit was disgusting. I don't even know how I didn't have blood on me that night, and I'm happy I didn't, because like that shit literally looked like a murder scene happened in the second row of the car. I was in the third row, and me and Emmy was in the third row, and the boys were all in the was in the second row, and that shit looked disgusting. So he was trying to get that stuff out his car, and he was like real irritated. I remember him saying something like his mama was gonna be pissed at him or something like that. So I guess this was like one of those little privileged boys just hanging out with like thugs. Just hanging out with thugs, like, but he wasn't raised like that. I don't know, like his parents were somebody. That's why he had like the type of car that he had, because his parents bought it for him. He was like one of those little privileged kids. But let me see. I don't know. I don't care either. But he ended up trying to clean all of the blood out his seats and whatever. I remember like him getting it up to his best ability, but of course it wasn't all out. Blood is like hard to get out. But I remember after that I'm looking like, okay, we about to go home now, right? And my friend Amy still trying to hang out with this dude. Like, she wasn't ready to go home, and I'm looking like, did you not see what just happened? Like, did you not see what just took place tonight? Like, if I wasn't irritated with her before, I was irritated with her at that very moment, because I'm looking like, what type of, like, what type of stuff is you on? Like, literally all this stuff just happened and you still trying to mess with this dude. Like, I'm not trying to see none of their faces ever again in life. Like, how's you, like, I can't even explain the level of irritation I was feeling that night. And like, just like the level, like how mad I was at my friend, because like, I was just mad at her, like, period. I was just mad at her. I was over the whole night. Like, I just wanted to go home. Like, I never wanted to go home so bad in my entire life. In my entire life. You drugged me out here talking about you want me to get over my ex. But if anything, like, you running me back into his arms, because all of this stuff happening, because all this stuff happened. Yeah, but like, I don't. Yeah, but like, she's still trying to mess with him, and like, I was just so irritated, because like, why do you still want to mess with this dude that just did all of that? Like, while you was with him, like, anything could have happened. I would never, like, if you just did all of that while I'm with you, like, playing with my safety, why would I still be trying to mess with you? So this girl's still trying to mess with him or whatever. So she basically like making up any little excuse. Mind you, like, going back to her house at 3 o'clock in the morning, like, wouldn't have been nothing. Like, she was 18, so her mama didn't used to trip like that. But she was like trying to say that her mama was going to trip, like, if we would have walked in our house that late. Mind you, it was probably like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm looking like, whatever. I was so irritated. So basically, we were stranded with these guys for a couple more hours, to at least like 7 o'clock in the morning. And like, I was just over it. Like, dude was trying to talk to me. Why would I talk to you? Like, leave me alone. At this point, I know for sure that I'm about to give my ex another chance, because I can't wait to get out of this situation, get away from these people, and tell him, like, the night that I had. Like, you was supposed to be helping me get over him, but yet, like, if anything, you ran me back into his arms. Like, that was one of the reasons why I never went out. Long story short, we end up back at the little privileged guy, Jay. We end up back at his house. He had a real nice house. Like, he stayed in the neighborhood in Detroit where like all the houses were like mansions. But yeah, we end up back at his house, in his basement, all of us watching a movie. Amy and Jay like try to slide off and go upstairs to do whatever, and the dude like just kept bothering me, and like, and that's why I was mad at her again. Like, I'm looking like, I'm never messing with you again, because you left me down here with this dude who I don't know, who keep bothering me. Like, leave me alone. I'm not trying to mess. I just keep curving him. Like, every time I curve him, he's still trying to talk to me. Like, I'm not talking to you, dude. I don't. Some dudes be looking like, because of the stuff that they have, a nice car, such and such, like, they automatically think like a female gonna automatically want to mess with them. But no, like, I never been like that. I don't care what you have. Like, if I don't want to mess with you, I don't want to mess with you, period. He wasn't ugly or nothing. I just was over it. I would never, whatever. I was just over it. So basically, 7 o'clock roll around. I remember I was the one that was like, all right, it's 7 o'clock, let's go. Cause I was over it. Like, I was irritated. And they drop us back off. I remember her trying to laugh it off, and I'm looking like, bitch, I'm mad at you. Like, she was still my friend after that, but I'm looking like, I'm mad at you. Like, I'm mad. Like, stop trying to laugh it off. And I remember I had ended up back with the reason why we was even in this situation, because I'm trying to get over my ex. But I remember being like right back with him like that same night. So stupid. Like, that shit was so stupid and so pointless. Moral of the story, I still don't know to this day whether the dude who had his neck open is alive or dead. I honestly think that he's dead, because just the way, like, how much blood he lost and the way he was acting, and his, like, literally a whole chunk of his neck was missing. I don't know how somebody can survive from that. But still to this day, because I never talked to them dudes again. I never saw him again. So still to this day, I don't know if he alive or dead. And yeah, like, that situation just really taught me a lesson. It taught me why still to this day I am the way that I am. Still to this day, I never go out. I don't do, like, literally nothing. It's just like, it's not like it's something wrong with it or nothing. But every time I decide that I want to do something, something always go wrong. And, like, I got a kid, so I feel like once you become a mother, period, like, you gotta stop being so selfish and thinking about yourself. Like, yeah, it might be fun, but what if something happened, and what about my kid? Like, no, I just don't put myself in those type of situations. And that night taught me why. But yeah, I'm about to finish this liner and put on a setting spray and put on my lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my finished look, and that's basically the end of my story time. It was like a really short story, just something to say while I'm doing my makeup. But yeah, like, that situation was really crazy. Like, you really got to be aware of your surroundings, and I don't know, like, I really don't. I'm just happy that I don't put myself in those type of situations no more, because at any moment that night something could have went wrong, or, you know, it could have just been a different outcome. And I'm happy that me and my friend was safe. But, like, especially to young girls, like, don't be so quick to just jump in a car with anybody. Like, you don't know what they're into, or, like, you know, you just don't know what can happen. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and hit the bell below so you'll get a notification every time I upload. And I will see you guys in the next video.